Hi guys, welcome back to Our World Outdoors, and I'm very happy to announce we broke the glass ceiling of $50 a month, and this month our bill was $45.28. Now we did kind of push things a little far this month in order to get these numbers. For one, we didn't have to run our wood burner blower because temperatures were good. The extra insulation we put in this winter in the house really paid off and held in the day's heat, so at night it didn't drop down below about 65, 60, so that's nice. We also have been watching a lot of on-demand TV content on the laptop, which uses about 10 to 15 watts an hour compared to 250 watts that our TV in power saving mode uses. Now, we did watch bigger sporting events like pay-per-view on the TV on the weekends, but generally our evening viewing habits we were just doing on the laptop, sitting on the couch together. So, let's look at the overall charges here. So our actual supplier charges is $15.71 versus the $29.57 that's delivery charges. So that brings us to 319 kilowatt hours is what we used. And I'll be honest, we probably will never hit this number again, because this month it's starting to get hot, and unless I can get some other projects going, we're going to have to use some air conditioning in the evenings. So, but still, if you can keep it around 50, 60 bucks, you can't complain. But this is outrageous. This is way lower. I mean, I have never had an electric bill go this low since we've been in full-size homes. So let's continue on here. My wife has printed out a whole bunch of goodies for us. All right, here is a yearly breakdown. So 3 years ago, well, actually it'd be 2 years ago, we used $1,728.77 of electric. And this month, we used $83.62 2 years ago. So, last year, we used $867.10 in electric for the whole year. This month of last year, we used $61.02. Now, this year, we've only spent $523.50 in electric, and this month we got charged $29.57. Now, those numbers are actually low because they're not adding in the supplier charges, like the taxes and fees and stuff. Those are just delivery charges. Alright, that's just the red part of the equation, not the blue. So these numbers are higher. So you can think that, I'd have to sit down and do the numbers, but I'd guess this would be $2,500. This would be about $1,300, $1,400. And this would be $900 for the year. But those are just off the cuff. But you see the difference just in the delivery charges. 83 2 years ago. 61 last year, 29.57. The steady decline that our changes are making. So that's pretty interesting to look at. I like the month by month breakdown she did on that. All right, to the good stuff. All right, so we used about 700. Let me double check my numbers here. 688. 688 is what we used May 16th of 2018. We used 319 this May. So we used less than half in a year's span of time we've changed. Now, if you look at it, it's 59 degrees was the average temperature last May, 54 this May. So they're pretty much on point. So you can't really determine that this was because of air conditioning or anything else, because the average temperature is pretty much on point. But it goes to show you less than half for a year we've dropped. So let's keep going here. All right. This is a little different view, but you guys all know what this is. So this is similar homes, the top one here. All right. The green is efficient similar homes. And the blue is our home. All right. So in May of last year, we were using more than efficient similar homes. So the efficient similar homes are green, we are blue. We are right here. And this is similar homes. Now this is based off our house just being a 2-bedroom trailer, which it's not. It's got a huge addition on the back. Anyway, so we move forward to September. We're on point to being the same as efficient similar homes. And similar homes are way up here. Then you get to winter, through the winter here, and we are killing them all the way through to now. Look at how high the similar homes are. And these houses are only 2 bedrooms. All electric 2-bedroom homes. This is a 4-bedroom home we have. And we're down here. And you can see right here, even the efficient homes that are similar in size to ours, that are still only 2-bedroom, they're still way up here in the winter. So that's a marketable difference right there. All right. So here's the raw numbers for this month. I know that I've talked to a lot of people that really love this graph, and it's funny they send us this. So our home used 319 kilowatt hours. That's the most raw way to put all this information. That's how much power we actually consumed in a kilowatt hour scale. That's low. Most people couldn't get their bill that low. Even if it was a month you didn't have to use air conditioning or heat, most people still couldn't get it that low. Efficient similar homes, which are 2-bedroom homes. This is a 4-bedroom home. This is a 2-bedroom home. 512 kilowatt hours. All right, they're just under the mark. You're talking 200 kilowatt hours difference. That's a sizable difference. Similar homes that are not energy efficient, 830. Look at that. 319, 830. 319, 512. Our rating is great. And if you look down here, they've got a tip of the month they put in. And it says, use power strips to easily turn off electronics. We actually do that because our TV uses about 50 watts just sitting there. And we also have an antenna booster which uses, I think, 10 or 17 watts continuously. So we turn that power strip off. Oh, and the laptop is always hooked to that too. So we turn those off so that we don't get any ghost pulls to where something's just pulling electric at night. But it actually is a really good idea. Really good idea. All right. Our electricity charges are $30 lower than this time last year. Now, granted, once again, this is without supplier, but when you add the supplier to it, it's still $30 difference. It doesn't change it. All right, they may have raised our supplier rates slightly, so there may be like $1 variance in there or something, but nothing sizable, because any rate increase won't mess with us because our bill's so low. It's literally going to be like the dollar or whatever they raised it. So what you're seeing here is our movement and changing how we use electricity. If you really take the time to look at it, I can point to the major decisions we made this month to drop our electric bill. Number one is I have devised a little system outside with a rack that we actually cook over a fire, and I will cook, 3 or 4 days worth of meat, like burgers, steaks, and such, and then we just heat them up in the microwave with dinners with salads and such. because we're pretty busy at night doing stuff around the farm outside. So that cuts a lot of time and money there. Another thing we do is we have been using our timer, but this month what we did was we didn't use our water heater timer. What we did was we would manually turn it off and then turn it on for an hour, grab our shower, an hour and a half if we were going to grab a bath, and then shut it back off. If you want to do dishes, you turn it on for about 15 minutes and then turn it off. You can do as many dishes by hand as you want. It's a pretty simple concept. Works pretty good. We're going to be making some changes to where that timer will be back on again for about 3 or 4 hours a day. The sun has been pumping, and as we get into the more summer months, our grid ties, because our panels are stationary, they don't move, the grid ties will function better and produce more power. So it's kind of a waiting game on that. Now, future endeavors. Where are we going with this in the future? We can't really make these numbers go down anymore. It's just not possible. And you're starting to give up, some creature comforts. And we don't want to give up creature comforts. And we're going to start air conditioning. Now, we don't use a whole house air conditioner. And I have proven the numbers over and over to people when they come tell me that they were told that a heat pump or central air or whatever, to have it run continuously throughout the day rather than turning it off and turning it on is more efficient. That's not true. I've heard people say it's more efficient to run the central air units than a window air conditioner. That is not true. The simple fact of it is most homes are extremely drafty and they don't hold AC in well at all. Our house has been double insulated. I actually added 2-inch foam and 2 layers of plastic and a layer of drywall to the inside walls of our entire house. And it has made a monumental difference. But you still got to pay to air condition. So what we do is we have a window air conditioner in the bedroom and we have a window air conditioner in the living room because it's just us here. And we will only run one at a time. We will run it on energy saver mode. They are only 8,000 BTU window units. We don't buy crazy giant window units. And we run them for 20 to 30 minute cycles till it drops down to temperature and turn it off and let it sit. Generally the house, because it's super insulated, will stay that way for maybe 2 hours before it starts to get uncomfortable again. Our bedroom has another layer of insulation, so it actually stays cool for about 3 to 4 in the evenings. But basically what we do is we just cycle them on and off as needed. Now, to continue with that system, we are going to be buying some L16 Duracell batteries. You will see an upcoming video on those. They are going to be probably a week out. And I have a total of 7 panels, 5 Trina 235s, and 2 GCI 285s that I need to get mounted. The batteries we're looking at are branded Duracell, but they are actually made by Deca out in Pittsburgh. And I can get you more information on that. Looking like out the door cost when buying them online and picking them up is going to be $710, I think, per 2. And they're 6 volt, so you need 2 to even get to 12 volt. And we'll go over all of that more in the future. And then we also have a treadmill motor here that once everything's set up with the solar, we are going to be building a bike generator that we will be using to also top off the batteries. And as we expand the bank and get stronger, we will be using the bank to run air conditioning, probably with a Xantrex inverter, I'm guessing. And we will also be working on setting up for the winter to run our wood burner blower, which is one of our largest expenses electric-wise, off of the battery bank as well, at least at night, depending upon how much sun we get in the winter, which we all know is kind of rough. Now, all the panels I'll be putting up in the future will have adjustable angles to maximize what they can get, and they will be in places where I can clean the snow off of them. But you will see probably this go up for the next month or two as we get things in line. But our goal is to have a year-round bill it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $50. I mean, we're not trying to go completely off grid here. If we lose power, which happens a lot in the winter and in the serious storm months of the summer, we should be okay with the solar and the bike generator to keep things basically moving. It has happened. We've lost power up here for 2 to 3 weeks at a time because of a giant ice storm about 10 years ago. And we just want to be prepared if that happens again, because the way our wood burner's set up now, it has to force down and then back up draft air. So if the blower's not working, you don't get a lot of heat in the house. So that's the things that are coming. You'll see more. I would say probably within the next 2 weeks, I should start dropping some new solar videos and really getting back into it. I know I've been kind of lapsed as I'm doing a lot of the outdoor stuff. And I've been working on the garden and some other things. So be looking out for more solar videos to come extremely soon. And I appreciate you guys watching. And if you have any questions or comments or ideas that can help us, we're always glad to listen. If you want to know how we're doing these things or any more information, I'm always available, be it on our Instagram or on our Facebook page, or you can get a hold of me just by hitting up the comments down underneath the videos, and we try to answer them as soon as possible. So until next time, I'm Tony, and don't ever give up. Work on them bills. Stop giving away the money. They can come at you all they want, but if you stop using their product, there's only so much they can charge you. And we'll see you in the next one.